Welcome to Magpie Mania for the second episode for 2015. Great to have you back, Daniel.
Thanks, Ace. Thanks, mate. It's a privilege having back-to-back runs. It's great.
Yeah, look, mate, obviously fantastic that we've got a second episode and we didn't get kicked off. We've got a few things to go through. It's been a big month in football, a couple of wins and one loss, mate, which was disappointing, but team's travelling pretty well.
No, that's it, mate. There's a couple of losses in there, mate, but people say that you have to have them, but I tend to disagree. Like, as long as we're playing a good, consistent team brand of football, mate, which is good. The boys have now on the straight and narrow now, and know what's ahead of them. So it's
obviously great. Last time we got a great feedback from our last episode with a lot of things going on. We got some great funny things in later on in the episode, a few highlights and things to talk about. But one thing that did come out of last episode was your stutter count. Now, what were we at for that?
I think it was 66, mate, and we're already at 5 or 6 now, I reckon, and we're 30 seconds in, so...
All right, so we've obviously got the great Duff, the technician, sitting nearby, and he'll keep the stutter count up for us. So we're at 6, about a minute in, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll see how that goes. First of all, mate, we'll go out to the first game since the last episode, which was Kingston. The club come away with a fantastic win in both grades, but there was a few bits and pieces that come out of that game. Mitchie Rainbird was best on ground that day. Dan Joseph had a mountain of footy, and young Harry Pearce played pretty well as well, mate. So there's a few highlights in the first quarter that will come up now as we're speaking, but it was a great game for the team.
No, young Dan Joseph, Aaron, he's really been consistent this year, out there in the wing. So he's a real leader around the club, and the boys are starting to look up to him. So he's really starting to play some great football, which is great for him, and great for the club. Young Harry Pearce, he's following his old man footsteps, come to the club. He's I can see him having a big future at the club, and the boys love having him around. Mitch Rainbow, mate, doesn't matter where you're playing. You're playing down back, up forward, in the middle, he'll just have a crack 100% of the time. And he seems to have that X factor about him, I reckon. What I reckon, Ace?
Yeah, look, he has got that X factor. He reminds me a little bit of Jared Brennan, the way he holds the football and swings his leg through, and he does a few great things throughout the game, and sort of think to yourself, how did he do that? So it's great to see him coming along, and hopefully there's a bigger and better future for him. After that, mate, obviously saw some fantastic footage there of the game. But then we headed down to Lauderdale. Last time we were there, it was disappointing for the football club to get the loss, but this time we went down to make amends, and we certainly did. Yeah,
we haven't had a great past or great history down there, actually. I think it was lost 7 of 8 games down there. So the boys, I don't know what it is. It just seems to be a fortress for them. But we went down there, we had one thing in our mind, and that's to come away with the 4 points. So had a pretty solid week on the track, sort of contested footage during the week, and we went down there and play the brand of football, I suppose. We want to play every single game, mate. It was great.
So we'll have a look at some footage here while we're speaking. Michael Pickles Badcock stood in front of Halton, took a massive crunch. I thought he broke his back, but he managed to stand up and take the kick, which was great and inspiring as a teammate.
No, that's one thing Pickles does do. He never shirks issue. He always puts his body on the line and puts the team first. So that's pretty inspiring when a young, skinny little tattooed halfbacker, stands in front of a big full forward. It's sort of gets up and about and just makes you keen for the contest.
So great result for the Development League as well. They come away 32-point victors for all the mathematicians out there. It was a great day, as we said. There's a bit of a stigma about the place at Glenorchy. Don't like going down there. I think it's a great challenge for the football club to go down and play Lauderdale on their home dunghill and come away with a great result.
Exactly right, mate. Like you always say, mate, you could put 4 goalposts either in the car park, mate. We'll play there. So no, it's a great venue, Old Lauderdale.
Great. So then we headed up the road, mate, to play North Launceston at Spark Park, or also known as Aurora Stadium. Not a bad one there. Yeah, I've pinched that from elsewhere.
Little gag for yourself,
so that was a great game, a great test. It's a fantastic facility. Not always do you get to play on AFL standard grounds, but we touted them early in the season after we started winning a few games, and people started talking about how well we were going. We touted that game as one that would be a great test for us. We were up going into the last. We gave away a few silly free kicks, which resulted in 3 50-metre penalties and 2 goals scored. We went down by 2 points, which the old coach killer comes in there, mate. But Benny Reynolds played fantastic. You'll see some footage of him. But your man, Matthew Balding Rainbird, gave away a silly free kick, spent a bit too long in the gym, got a bit aggro, and gave away a 100-metre penalty after you did as well.
Yeah, like you said, the game, I actually think we controlled the game for the first probably half, if not 3 quarters, was just, I suppose, I don't know what it was, just a bit of a lapse in the last quarter that cost us and a few silly free kicks. Yeah, I gave myself a free kick away. I actually thought I was a lot faster than what I actually was, mate, and couldn't quite get to the contest. So give Big Rosendale a free kick away. So
the exciting part about it is, mate, the game that we played was nothing like the style of football that we wanted to the week before. So obviously we went up there and we wanted to make amends down at Lauderdale. We had a bit of fire in the belly. Going up to North Launceston, wanted to make a statement. Didn't do so, but positive signs that we didn't play as well and only went down by 2 points.
Yeah, exactly right, mate.
Next game was Hobart City at KG5. We played fantastic, mate. It was a great game of football. Touted as a match that would be very close for us, and we wanted a close contest, but we come away 103-point victors in the end, and there was some fantastic individual performances.
Exactly right, mate. Like, coming off a loss, the boys were pretty keen to bounce back, and I pretty much just sent a message to the competition that we are up and about, and the last game wasn't how we play our football. So, home game, Friday night lights. Ben Reynolds' favourite time to play football, the old Friday night disco lights, he says. But yeah, the boys played really well. Young Mitch Rainbird kicked a bag of 6, 5 from the midfield, I believe. So he's really, starting to add that string to his bow, which is great to see for him. Young Harry Pearce, again, he's put together probably 3 or 4 weeks now of great football, so his tackling pressure in the 450 has been great. Unfortunately,
due to geographical challenges, Harry Pearce hasn't played for us before, but fantastic that he made the transition over. Mentioned in the Mercury today. Great to have him along. He's going really well, and as mentioned before, his father is in the team of the century, and they do play similar. And Harry's a bit of a man mountain. He's only 17 years old, and he's obviously lifting weights while he sleeps.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't want the old bicep kill old Harry. So whenever you're at the gym, you're supposed to be doing the ropes or the kettlebells. He's always in the corner just giving the oldies ones.
Yeah, so Sammy stuck him a couple of times. Old Sammy Sandbags, he's stuck him a couple of times for doing the beach weights.
Old
but
spin glasses.
Look, he's going really well, and he kicked a couple of goals on the weekend. We'll see some highlights through this year. But the thing that got him, I reckon, mate, was the ball movement. We went short, we spread hard, we pressured the ball really well, and they struggled at times to get it over halfway, and our forward 50 turnovers was very high for the game. Yeah,
the boys that just seem to switch on, just like I said before, we're actually pretty keen to send a message and just show the football community that the week before wasn't what we were about. So the boys moved the ball pretty slick, and it was great to see. Like seeing the distance, it was pretty dewy and pretty wet. No, our ball movement was A grade, I reckon.
Now, having said that, obviously it's been probably a part now where we played unbelievable against Lauderdale. It was probably the best game for the year for the football club. Have a lapse against North Launceston, and then come out this weekend and made amends of that. Hopefully the trend won't happen again this weekend against Burnie.
No, exactly right, mate. But the idea is to try and string 2 or 3 wins together now. So yeah, just consistency is, I suppose is going to be the thing, and no complacency to creep in.
At the start of the year, we never really sat down and spoke about finals. We spoke about the processes and what we wanted to get out of the year. But now it's probably getting to that point of time where the question is going to be asked more than it has been during the season. How do you see the team, mate, where we're at and where we're going?
I think we're going along pretty nicely. And we've had a couple of losses along the journey, but I suppose you do learn a few things from those losses. And the boys are excited to play finals footy and know what is at stake and the prize at the end. So I'm pretty sure the boys have, just keep a level head and just head down, bum up, as you could say, and eye on the prize.
So a benchmark for us would be going deep into the finals at this stage and really experiencing the finals, playing some Glenorchy style football.
You'd like to, yeah, man. Like I said before, we've worked really hard this pre-season, and we're giving ourselves top spot now, so we're giving ourselves every opportunity to go as deep as possible, but in saying that as well, it's just 1 week at a time, the old cliche.
Rightio, Dan. So the phone's going berserk here at the moment, and it actually says we've got a tweet in from Shane Ooze Pucelli, and he says that the study count at the moment's at 45.
Really?
You're on track, mate, for a big one here.
Yeah, thanks Shane from Ooze. I appreciate the tweet coming in. Yeah, I'll try and break the PB for you, mate, and get the old 67 up for you. So
a few functions have happened in the meantime. Obviously, we spoke about the black and white ball last time we were on, but one that's a favourite between all the players is Ladies' Night, and there's a few guys in the gym.
Night?
The Ladies' Night, mate.
Ladies' Night or Jacob Lincoln Night?
Oh, that is a question, mate. We might have some footage to confirm the name of the event, but on the calendar it says Ladies' Night. Guys, we're in the gym shredding down. There's a few fake tans getting about, a lot of baby oil, some very funny gags. Dan's showing us the pie from there, but there has been some question on the name of it. We're going to go to some footage now to confirm.
Jacob, we want to say that yours is the best solo out.
It would be. It'd be hard not to be. I lived this. It should be Jacob Lincoln's night, not Ladies' Night.
Very humorous there, Daniel. Obviously, we've been calling it the wrong thing for many years. From now on, it should be known as the Jacob Lincoln Night.
Jacob Stink Lincoln Night, yeah. I think he's getting a little bit ahead of himself, old Jacob. His solo was actually turn women out the door.
Out the door?
Out the door. Yeah, it's a great night for the club, like all the women, the girlfriends, supporters, just whoever really just come along, and the guys do a few acts for the women and get the rigs out, and they showed off all the hard work from the pre-season.
It was great to have the Nawali hair massage girls there. They really enjoyed the night. Elliot was really looking after him, so thanks for Elliot Marr for looking after the massage girls on the night. One of the next functions we had on the weekend, mate, was great to see AFL back in Tasmania, down south, North Melbourne versus St Kilda. The club held a breakfast at the casino.
Yeah, they did. Glenn Archer, Nathan Burke were the guest appearances and the speakers, so it was good to have a little chat to them. They also come to the game on Friday night and spoke to a few of the boys, and I give them some advice. So it was great to see those experienced guys around the club. The guys that seem to lift when you see guys out walking around. It was great.
Liam Smith has been a Glenn Archer fan for his entire life, and he was a little bit nervous to go up and speak to Big Arch, but in the end he went up and spoke to him. Now, there's a little bit of a story going around of actually what he said. So instead of saying, Glenn, I idolised you for your entire career.
Nickname basis, wasn't he?
Liam Smith said, Arch, I've idolised you for my entire career. There's a bit of a stuff up there. He got a bit tongue-tied, but great that Liam met his idol, and it was great to have those guys in the rooms before the game.
Yeah, no, it was great. I actually seen him walk up. Like Dadsy sat there for 5 minutes, sitting down, like just working himself up. I think, pre-game routine. The whole routine was just to go up and speak to Arch. It was great.
And he come out and he done some courageous things, Liam Smith. He's a very hard young player, and he's done some really inspiring things for his teammates. He's one that you want to go out and play against.
Exactly right. He's just one of those young fellas that just sets the example. Like I can see him being a leader of the club for a long time. Old Dadsy. He's as hard as a cat's head, and any tougher mate he'd rust.
Rightio, so after all the serious stuff, we're now into my favourite part, the lookalikes. We've had some absolute corkers sent in, Daniel.
We have, mate, some absolute thigh slappers.
We've got some ones here at the end that are really going to get up there, but we're going to start off with Stink Lincoln. You've named this one, mate, Jacob Lincoln and?
Abby Holmes.
Abby Holmes. Sting pretty happy there, wait, with the jumper. That one there is getting close. I find that one very funny. Now, Dan, I've spent a fair bit of time in hospital the last 12 months, and I've watched a lot of America's Got Talent, Britain's Got Talent, and young Duffy was on there singing a bit of opera. Is that right?
Old Cam's going to be extremely happy with this. Like, the boys have a little bit of Facebook wars, and, like liking photos from the past, and he's stitched me up a couple of times, and I stumbled across his photo of him and Susan Boyle side by side, so old Duffy would be quite happy with that lookalike.
Now, if Coppy could only work the women like this guy can, he's on a bit of a dry spell, old Coppy, but resembles this guy, our Family Guy. Have a look here. The old Quagmire lookalike, it's the chin. It's got to be the chin.
It's got to be the chin, doesn't it?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're actually here laughing, and we haven't got the photos up. We haven't got the photos up in front of us, but we're still laughing after the memories. Now, through my whole childhood, I love this. I love this film. I think I saw it when I was about 14 years old, and I watched it last night, and I didn't realise Scotty Bennett starred in it. It's great to see Scotty's finished in Hollywood and come back here and playing at KG5, but it's as good as American Pie.
It is. Old Jim's dad. So I actually think Jim's dad is actually younger than Scott Bennett's.
We might have to confirm that. We'll have to get the birth certificates
we'll let you
out.
know, yes, we'll let you know.
So the next one we've got, mate, is again, I'm a bit of a movie buff, but when I was young, I watched this movie. I'm sure that you've seen it. I'm sure everyone else has seen it, but this is the best lookalike that we have today. Aaron Grubby has resemblance to the bad guy of Home Alone. So obviously, great segment. We've got some lookalikes. We'll have some more for you next episode, but some very funny ones there. It's Geordie Arnold's birthday today, mate, and it'll be
Big Lipper.
Big Lips. He's playing fantastic football. We've got a lookalike for him just quickly. He spent a little bit of time in at the Muppets.
No, it's a great lookalike, mate. It's Dead Ringer.
The Dead Ringer?
Dead Ringer.
It's only due to the hair, I think. I don't know who's cutting his hair. Could be his missus, could be his mum.
Surely he's not paying for it.
I hope not. I hope not.
No.
Otherwise, I don't know what you say to the hairdresser there. Just stuff it up for me or something like that. But, yeah, look, it's great that he's playing fantastic football, and we hope he enjoys his birthday. We had some funny footage last time of the big Geordie Hayden. He is a food connoisseur. He enjoys the testing on the tooth there. But last time he didn't enjoy the, was it the dessert at the Black and White Ball?
Yes, I believe so. I think we actually has to change his name to Jordan Treats Hayden.
Jordan Treats.
Just
like
loves a dessert, doesn't he? Just loves ruining his skin folds.
He does. So he ruined his skin folds. He wasn't too happy with the flavour, but I had a bit of a stutter there.
Stud count
That's
there.
one for me. One for me.
152.
57 for you. So what we did here, mate, was got some footage of him eating porridge. Now, when he was eating the porridge, is this his 6th or 7th serving of porridge?
No, it was just his 4th, mate. Just his 4th.
This time he's really tucked in, no facial expressions. He's enjoyed the porridge from down at the casino.
Really happy
Ben
with
Reynolds, pondering life or pondering going shooting?
Bit of both, I think. Like, there was a bit of a hustle. Like, as soon as we go down the table, Ben Reynolds has got the whole bowl of croissants and just set them in front of him. Like, croissants and Ben Reynolds are just like birds in the
So
breeze.
Ben Croissants Reynolds. There's a few
Ben
nicknames going to be
Croissants
flying around here at football training tomorrow night. Now, mate, we'll just go to back to more serious stuff. We've got the ladder. We've got the ladder for the Seniors Development League. The under-18s unfortunately went down on the weekend by 3 points to Clarence. They will now finish second. So it was a great season from them also. Under-16s are on top of the ladder, so there's some real positive signs here at the football club. Great to see the women's game on here on Saturday after the Development League. They're going along nicely, but we'll go to the ladder here. I believe that the Development League ladder, which is being shown right now, they have to lose by 350 points to not finish on top against North Launceston this weekend. So they've done a tremendous job.
No, exactly right. They always say when the reserves are going well, the seniors are going well. So the club's in a great place at the moment. But like you said, consistency, can creep in. So we just got to, head down, bum up, and just eye on the prize.
After seeing the Development League, we'll now move to the Seniors. There's not much that can really happen in first, second and third. It's you really have to take your attention to 4th, 5th and 6th, Daniel. There's a big game this weekend between Hobart and Lauderdale. They're on the same points, but there's a little bit of difference with percentage there. Devonport are sitting 5th at the moment. Hopefully that they can either get a home final or stay in the finals, and it's just sort of who does what now. Devonport will play North Launceston, which is a really tough game for them at Devonport Oval, but they did beat them by 40 points last time, and the game that everyone will be watching is on Friday night at North Hobart. Yeah,
Friday night's going to be the game, I reckon, that pretty much shapes the finals. So, Lauderdale and Hobart City, so under the Friday night lights, so, we'll see how we go there.
Rightio, so it's getting to round 18 now. We've got our last game here at KJ5 against Burnie. Have you got the times down for that, Daniel?
Yeah, seniors start at 2 o'clock, mate, and the Scooby-Doos start at 11:30.
I think there's a promotional thing going on, so hopefully we can get a few tickets out there to the Glenorchy public so they come along and support the football club. Big things happening out here with the SFL finals. Hopefully there's a big finals campaign for the Development League seniors, under-18s, women's side and under-16. So hopefully all sides go deep into the finals. We'll have a couple more episodes throughout that, notifying you what happens. As I say, always can't do it without the sponsors. They support the football club, and it's really appreciated. All the players really get in there and get in behind the sponsors, and I know you really like getting into Get Real and perusing through what they've got there, and you just bought a new pair of boots. Hopefully you don't get them too dirty, otherwise Tony McCulloch will be wrapped with that and you'll be selling you a new pair. So as I say, great to have you along again, Dan.
Thanks, mate.
We've got a few more episodes coming up throughout the season, hopefully 3 or 4 more, seeing as though we're going to go into the finals now. And thanks for stopping by, and great to have you again.
Thanks, mate. Privilege.